Last year, I paid a private investigator to follow me for a month.
Where's he going?
They found out my deepest, darkest secrets.
I'm guessing you've got quite a good singing voice.
So it's time to turn the tables. I'm going to hire 2 private investigators to follow each other.
I know where he is.
All the while, I'll be following them.
I think we're both there on that road.
My goal is to capture a photo of both of them in the same frame. And hopefully, they'll have no idea I'm there. So, right, this all hinges on a plan. So this is my plan. There will be 2 private investigators, Sherlock and Watson. Sherlock was the investigator who followed me last year. Where were you? But we're going to be starting with Watson. I am going to hire Watson to follow Sherlock for about a week. After a while has passed, I'm going to get Sherlock to follow Watson. It's not possible to get these 2 private investigators to follow each other on the same day and them not realise. These guys are experts, and they're not like me last year who was just scranning chips without a care in the world. If there are any patterns that emerge, I will then try and be in that location at the same time without either of them knowing and get a photo of them. So I think first up, I have a meeting with Watson.
Meeting the secretive of locations. Sainsbury's.
I met this new private investigator and it seemed like my reputation had preceded me.
A couple of months ago, I did a video in which a private investigator followed me.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Did you see it? We've been basically looking to get you to conduct some work on the private investigators that followed me last time. Following other PIs, is that something that is done within the industry or not?
Yeah, I've done it a little bit before. It's sort of in the field of counter surveillance, if you know what that is.
I didn't, but it was interesting to hear that PI on PI action wasn't as rare as I'd thought. Counter-surveillance is an umbrella term for any measures that are used to prevent surveillance. So if you think you're being followed, you can hire someone to follow the follower. And I was hiring Watson for a week, so there was plenty for him to get stuck into.
Name, where he works, where he lives, that'll be a good sort of area to start off with.
Morning. I apologise for the way I look. I've been quite busy over the last couple of days.
Welcome to Luton.
But Watson has sent me back some of the surveillance pictures he's taken of Sherlock, and they are fantastic. It is sweet, sweet vindication to see somebody who followed me for a month getting his just desserts. Apparently his schedule is incredibly regular, so he thinks he's doing another surveillance job. I mean, I'm amazed at how much he got photos of another PI, but the hunter has become the hunted.
Watson was so confident that he knew Sherlock's routine. A couple of days later, he invited me to join him to showcase what it was like in the field. And I don't think my nerves were helping the situation.
Do you want to crouch at all, or was it just... It's quite nerve-wracking.
I think he might be on the job. It's actually somewhere. He's 4 cars ahead.
Do you know where he's going?
I've got a rough idea. Yeah, that's definitely him. Just come on.
We're okay being, quite close behind him.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is so we've not done anything yet to suggest that we're following him.
I had seen what I needed to see, and the first part of my plan was complete. Watson had followed Sherlock, so now it was time to make contact with an old friend.
Hello, Mr. Fosh.
Hello, how are we?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you.
Did you see the video in the end?
Yes, I did. Quite a few of my co-workers saw it as well.
I was just calling to see whether I could hire you again for another job, but not to follow me. We're kind of doing another video where I want to see how much information you can get if you follow another private investigator. I have a name. Is it enough if I just kind of give you a name and I can tell you that he is a PI?
Yes, go for it.
His name is... if you can gather as much information as you can about him over the next week, mainly to do with locations. That's basically what we're after.
Absolutely. I'll send you daily updates from meeting one.
Great. Thank you so much.
Now, did I feel bad for slightly double-crossing a private investigator? A man who even knows my Wi-Fi password?
KGH6SN7P.
No, not at all. Because I have Dashlane installed. Dashlane is what you need if you want to give yourself some extra protection online. Dashlane stores all of your passwords, your payment information and personal information in one very secure place. It also generates a different password for you when you're creating accounts. If you use the same password for everything, when one database gets hacked, suddenly your password is available for the world to see. This is how your passwords get accessed by the Sherlock and Watsons of this world. I bloomin' love Dashlane as they give me that little extra layer of protection. Dashlane is powered by patented security technology and machine learning, so it's clever. And because of this technology, it consistently ranks as the best password manager available. No matter the device or browser you're using, it makes every shopping experience a one-click checkout. Try it for free on your first device or use the promo code MAXFOSH50 to get 50% off and upgrade to a premium plan. Nothing but the best for the Fosh pit. Now, what had Sherlock found?
Sherlock is diligent, incredibly diligent. Not only does he send me an email every single day as a roundup, but he also sends me an email whenever his location changes.
And in every daily roundup email, it stated that Watson would leave a property between the hours of 13:02 p.m. and 13:07 p.m. This was what I needed. The photo of both of them was a go. The first thing I did was hire a car. I knew that being in a car would make me the most inconspicuous. My car, however, is incredibly conspicuous, as it's been a large part of my channel. With a fresh whip, I nervously headed to Crescent.
Picked up a car, a rental car. It's not my car, obviously, because my car's quite conspicuous. Right, I apologise if I'm not that chatty, because I am really quite nervous.
I knew the location, and I knew the approximate time that both Sherlock and Watson would be there, and I was getting closer.
About to reach the street. Now this is where I need to be really careful. I've no idea where Sherlock is going to be. Know what his car looks like.
I was looking for a grey Volkswagen. I knew it well as I'd sat behind it a few weeks earlier. And I had visuals.
I can see Sherlock's car. Well, I can see a Volkswagen, which I know is what he drives. I can't see the number plate from here. He's got a really distinctive air freshener in his car. I think that is him. I'm about 70, 80 yards away from him, which is why I've got this long lens, but I think I can see his car.
Now to wait for Watson. And after about 12 minutes...
Right, I'm almost certain that I got the shot. Both of them were definitely on that road right then. I'm absolutely buzzing. I just need to check in the laptop, but I think we've got it. Had a look on the laptop. Here it is. You might not be able to see. We're going to need to zoom in. That is Sherlock. If you zoom in, you can see dingly dangling down from his wing mirror is his air freshener. And then all the way at the end there, you can barely see him, is Watson. Two PIs in the same photo who have been hired to follow each other, and they had no idea I was there. That's rather silly. Silly to the max.